Coach, two of the new coaches in the Big Ten, Ryan Walters of Purdue, Luke Fickell of Wisconsin, both defensive coaches, installed the air raid offense in their program. Why would they do that, and what is the air raid offense?
Well, first of all, there's many different versions of the air raid offense. There's just like the spread offense. However, it happened many years ago when Bob Stoops, defense coordinator at Florida, went to Oklahoma. Who did he hire as his offense coordinator? Young Mike Leach. What offense did he run? The air raid. Exactly what's happened here in the Big Ten. And I asked him why, and he said, because I want other coaches to have to deal with this nightmare that I had to deal with, defending the air raid offense. So he brought young Mike Leach into Oklahoma. They won a national title, and the rest is history.
Now that you look at it that way, it makes all kinds of sense. Here's why Luke Fickell said he installed the air raid offense.
You have to recognize what it is. And just because there's a connotation of air raid doesn't mean that you have to throw the football a ton. Yes, there is a different pace than maybe they had gone in the past. We in particular recognize the evolution of college football. If you're not evolving and you're not growing what it is that you're doing, then you're going to wake up and be completely behind.
Luke Fickell was an all-state wrestler. That's a tough dude. I had him as my defense coordinator. You know him very well. The one thing they're not going to do, they're not going to not be physical. Wisconsin's always had a physical offensive line. They're going to continue that. It's just going to be from different looks.
Luke mentioned this. You know, he wants to keep up with the trends and still be physical. And that's the air raid offense that Wisconsin is implementing.
I think it's brilliant.
Coach, let's look at the air raid offense, but let's look at the Wisconsin air raid offense. Since there's a bunch of versions, let's see what their version looks like.
And if you follow the offense coordinator's career, he's always been very balanced. It's not one of those throw the ball every down, which is Luke Fickell didn't want that. This to me is a downhill zone play, split zone, but instead of that tight end blocking the defensive end as he comes across, he's going to make a miss, and that's who the quarterback's actually reading. Defensive end is upfield like he is here, he hands the ball off. If not, he pulls it and he throws the ball at tight end. So yes, it's a physical play, but also has a pass element to it. You're going to get the physicality that has made Wisconsin a great team over 20 years.
I'd say if you look at that tailback running that ball, there's a lot of similarities when that tailback was taking the ball in the I formation.
Absolutely, same exact play. I'll tell you, for the most important people, those dudes up front, they're just running zone play.
Right.
Now they're adding the modern element of the spread offense or air raid to it.
Coach, let's look at the second play. And as we watch this play, if you look at the offensive line and you look at the fake with the tailback, it just looks like another I formation play action pass.
It's exactly an I formation, but it's a run.
Okay.
The quarterback is reading the numbers in the box. This is spread offense or Wisconsin's version of the air raid. So you watch the right guard and right tackle, they're pulling. They're pulling to block the run. The tailback is expecting the ball. The quarterback's got to make a decision. The decision's this: that's a loaded box. There's no sense running the ball in there because we'll get hit for no gain. There's one extra defender. There's 6 blockers, but there's going to be 7 defenders involved. This is the RPO action. He sees there's number of issues for the defense out here wide. He flips the screen out, speed and space, and that's their version of the air raid offense. It's also very similar to the spread offense. Physical run game, but RPOs off of it.
So in theory, in the I formation, you have no way to account for the extra guy. In this offense, you do.
Exactly right. So once again, at the end of the day, who's the most important people on the team? Offensive team, that offensive line. They're coming off expecting it to be a run. Quarterback's going to flip the ball according to numbers. So once again, that's the Wisconsin version of the air raid, which I love it because there's balance, there's physicality, which Wisconsin people could demand that, and I know their head coaches.